Today, I decided I want to do a flyer for you guys. We're gonna go with something that's St. Patrick's Day themed. Since I've already done Valentine's and New Year's Day before. So we're gonna go with, the March holiday and see what type of cool effect we can come up with. First off, we're gonna make it a 4x6 flyer, which is like the typical size for party flyers or club flyers or whatever you want to call it. They're also called quarter-page flyers. It's just another word for it. Since we're going with St. Patrick's Day, I want to use some type of leprechaun. So I'm gonna start with Google Images to see if maybe there's a cool leprechaun I could use. Or now that I see that, I'm thinking about like maybe a sexy leprechaun lady. Maybe. This guy's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this guy. I like him. Download button. Okay, I'll just save it then, I guess. I'm just saving it to my downloads. I'm gonna drag and drop it onto my canvas. It's kind of big, so most likely I'll shrink him down some. I think the way he's laying, that means I'm gonna place him on top of the text, or maybe, yeah, I'm gonna put him on top of the text. I mean, since it's St. Patrick's Day, I think I want maybe like some type of green background. I'm gonna put some type of gradient overlay in the background to kind of give it a little bit more depth. I think I like the radial ones actually. Oops. Yeah, that's cool right there. So now we got like kind of a spotlight effect coming from the leprechaun fading out to a darker green in the bottom. Let's just say the name of the party is St. Patty's. I don't know, what you think, guys? St. Patty's what? St. Patty's happy hour, I guess. Since I do a lot of happy hour type flyers. Let's go with, for the happy hour, I want that to stand out. So we'll do like a sans serif font, which is, Trajan Pro, for example, is a serif font because it has like the little bitty, these things here, those are serifs. So sans serif font doesn't have them. Those are the fonts that are like Arial, Helvetica, Impact, stuff like that. My favorite one is Gotham. There's a lot of different styles to choose from. I like the way it looks, it works for me, so I use it often. Maybe I use it for this, if I like the way it looks. Might be too plain for the title. Maybe. So I'm just, I kind of like that. That's dope. Okay, so happy hour. Let's just say it's called happy hour on Woodward, which is, you know, like a street name. All right. When it comes to making flyers, I like to, first off, you know, try to center the colors around the theme of the event if you can, you know. Secondly, the title of the event has to be bold. And then other things that are usually bold and stick out are like the dates. What day is St. Patrick's Day? March 17th, I think. So, say like that, or we could say, usually I do numbers because numbers just look dope to me. So I do 031717. And we can say that that's a Friday. Friday, I mean, that's important, but as long as they have the date, you can make Friday a little smaller, like this. Friday at, let's say the location is here. Trying to think of a, there's a shortcut to duplicate layers. It's just Command J. I think I'll do the text on white. And then we'll do at in the middle. So it's saying like Friday, March 17th at Club Blue. And then symmetry is pretty important with flyer design or any type of design. Like symmetry is what makes things look visually pleasing. And then we'll just put some address, whatever. This is important too, but I usually make the address tiny simply because like most people around the areas, when they hear about bars, they're familiar with the name of the place. They can just Google it, which is what they're gonna do anyway. Just put the name of the event in their phone or the name of the venue. So oftentimes I'll just put the date really small, like that, just in case they have a little trouble. Another thing that might go on flyers is like deals or specials. We could do like $2. Oh wait, $2 shots. Usually people, if they're having a party like this, they'll put a deal on there. So, and the deal has to sort of stand out somewhat. I think that looks cool, like being in yellow, and just, if you want to make it stand out, like take it a step further, you can do things like put a box around it. box is kind of like plain looking, so I'm gonna put a gradient over it and then stroke it with yellow on the inside. So we got, you know, I could put that here too, just to, so it's not all alone in the world. The only box of the design. I'm ready to use that on. There we go. Okay. What do I want to do now? Okay. Usually also on these party flyers they'll have like they'll have things like if it's a multiple floor party, they'll put like there's 2 floors. If there's special guests, they'll put like special guest performances. They'll put like you know, just things that make people want to come to the party. And then there'll also be like, if there's tickets, there'll be advanced tickets, $5, $10 at the door. For $25 for VIP, includes meal and drink. There we go. So, you know, stuff like that will go on the flyer. It's still kind of plain, so to spice it up, we can do some things like make certain parts stand out more than others. Actually, I kind of want to see how this would look. It's pretty cool. Just gonna duplicate that and put it over here as well. Alright, so pretty much got it right here. Let me see. More info, contact. There'd be something like that along with phone number. possibly might want to stand out a tiny bit. Alright, so pretty much we got our layout, the text layout cool. Contact info, address, date, the name of the event, time. Until a lot of times of time. Parties will go all night. But we're gonna make this one actually 8 to 2 a.m. Maybe I can do this. That might be cool. Ooh, might was an understatement. Alright. Bam. Alright, cool. So we got all of the basic details. Let me also note that if you're printing a flyer, you got to keep a bleed around the edge to make sure the text and stuff doesn't get cut off if it was to get printed, because what they do is they print them on a big sheet and then cut the sheet down, and a lot of times people's stuff gets cut. So I mean, the image is supposed to go to the edge, like things like this, or the green part, but the text, if it's like on the edge like this, that F will probably get cut off and it'll say Ride, and then the person you made the flyer for will be upset with you, and then he'll want his money back, or he'll want you to compensate him for having to reprint the flyer. So to avoid that, keep in mind that you want to keep your text inside the 1/4 inch mark. Okay. So now I just want to make it look a little cooler. We're gonna go with some I like grunge textures a lot, and I got a picture in my head for some reason that this will look nice with the grunge texture. Not too grungy, but a little slightly like this, something like this maybe. I'm gonna just copy the image, take it down to the bottom, and right above my bottom background layer, I'm gonna paste that there. And it looks swag now, but once I set it to like multiply, see, that looks cool. Or darken, I think multiply is the one. Off rip, yeah. All these, I mean, there's plenty to choose from, you know what I mean? But multiply, it just happened to work for me right then and there, so I'm gonna stick with that. I wonder what happened if I make these overlay. It's pretty cool too. I'm taking my background rectangle layers and set them to overlay, so that the texture kind of bleeds behind them as well. And then here on happy hour, I want to make this look a little cooler. Give it a drop shadow. And then we're gonna give it a gradient. Set the gradient probably to multiply again, just because multiply takes out that white layer and pull down that opacity a little bit. I want it like kind of like this. I mean, it just gives that text a little extra flair to it. Like, feel me? Maybe if I set the overlay. Nah, multiple. Oops. Actually, that looks pretty cool like that. Yeah, I'd rather have it like that. Let's make all over look cooler. Pasting that layer style on Woolworth so that Woolworth sticks out a little bit more too. Alright, that's cool. Bam. Let's take copy and happy hour again. We're gonna paste that style onto our other big yellow text. Paste it on here as well. Now we got like a consistent type of yellow to slight orangey fade going on. Yeah. Okay. Certain words I want to stand out a little more than others, like special guests, performances. Okay. Now we can even take it a step further by like, I want to add maybe some, like a beer, a glass of beer. That was pretty cool. If we type in PNG, we might be able to grab some where we don't have to crop them out. Like this one. See the checker background indicates that it's the transparent image or a transparent background. So we could just save this, pull this in here. Got a little beer over here on the side. But I kind of don't like this beer. Maybe if I I'm not feeling that beer. Let's try a different one. That one's pretty cool. I don't like it's transparent though. This one's dope too. Actually, let's see. Beer. I'd rather do this. Grab a nice beer texture. I like that down there, but up here I want to do. That. Just want this tiny beer condensation texture to seep through. Could have gotten a sharper one like this one, actually. It's cool. cooler. That's pretty good. That's pretty dope. There we go. One thing you don't want to do is make it so that your text is hard to read. Oops. Alright, no, that's dope. I like that. Now, one of my favorite parts about making flyers, it's just part of my style, it's making it look shiny. It's kind of a, I'm not even gonna say it's not like it's a style I invented. It's pretty old tactic, but it's still effective. All right, what I did to make these, I'll make another one fresh. So you get a soft brush, make it a decent big size. Let's say you want it to be like a gold flare. You're gonna use a yellow brush. You're gonna set your layer to screen. And you're just gonna tap one time, click. Now, you need a source from where it shines the brightest. So you'll switch over to white for your foreground brush. And then just click there. And now, these coins look like they have glowing spots. Same with his hat. Cool little trick I learned when I first started designing, and I've always liked it, so I've always used it. Well, this one's green, so we'll do a green shine inside it. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can keep taking it to the next level again and again. Let me mess with this a little bit more. It's cool. Put a little bevel emboss on it to give it more of a 3D look. But yeah, that's how you make a St. Patrick's Day style flyer. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I think I'm going to actually include this PSD on my website. If you go on mileshighlife.com, I'll put a link in the comments once I have it set up, so you can download the PSD and see how everything works. So then, I'll see you guys next time. I think the next one I'm gonna make is probably gonna be, let's see, I don't know, like a summer style flyer or something like that. But yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.